Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. Give me the freaking paradox, okay? I need another punch-out run. You shouldn't complain. First off, punch-out rules. Didn't you see? There's a big upswell of punch-out love now that there was that blind Wii punch-out run in SGDQ. Normally when I do a blind Wii, there's not 55,000 people watching. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I told you, dude, there's always the Mega Dowser, but Robot's right hand rules. And Amulet of the Pit Lord, I mean, it's probably good for like one hit per run, minimum. That's not very good for a passive item. It's not nothing, but it's not very good. There's a large spectrum in between completely worthless and, you know, worth its weight in tritium. You know, you ever see Spider-Man 2? It's, you know, it's always like when 16-year-old kids think that they understand film studies, they always use the image from Spider-Man 2 that has Alfred Molina as Dr. Otto Octavius, and he's got the goggles on, and one of the goggles is light, and one of the goggles is dark. Because you get it? Like, it represents his moral ambiguity. You wouldn't understand, sweetheart. It's a film studies thing. Are you breaking? You're breaking. Give me a key. They gave me a key. The fools. Don't they know I'm just gonna use it against them? Yo. M16. Now this, no, we're talking here. Anyway. What I was gonna say. We'll do other challenge runs, but I love the palate cleanser. I make a meal of the palate cleanser. I don't actually. Usually, you know, you go to a sushi restaurant. If you've never eaten sushi, you may not be aware. It's almost always served with a side of pickled ginger and wasabi. And by wasabi, I mean the majority of the time, it's okay, we got the Mega Dowser. It's just horseradish. I'm not a snob about it. I mean, I eat a lot of cheap sushi, and I've eaten some, you know, really, really good and also expensive but don't ask sushi in my life. And, of course, real wasabi is better. But the horseradish, it's like the difference between like a Dijon mustard and a yellow mustard. There are times, I mean, is this the narrowest door I've ever seen in my life? It's not quite the difference, because I would always prefer real wasabi to horseradish. But there are times when I'm like, dude, this is the exact appropriate time for this horseradish to exist. When it's like a cheap, you know, yam tempura roll or something like that. Oh. Sign me up. It doesn't have to be Heinz wasabi. Anyway. Comes with pickled ginger and the wasabi. I usually use a good chunk of the wasabi over the course of the meal. The ginger, I don't even touch. It's a palate cleanser, but come on, man. This is like a $9 sushi order. I don't need a palate cleanser. It's 10 pieces of the same sushi. Why would I have to cleanse my palate? I'm eating like a single avocado roll or something. It doesn't. But it's, you know, it's like a burger and fries. It just comes with it. I almost never eat the ginger. Sometimes if we're at the restaurant for longer than I would choose to be at the restaurant, I'll just get bored and I'll eat the entire thing of pickled ginger over the course of like 10 idle minutes. But you don't, if you would, by the way, sushi, it has like a real mystique about it. Especially if you're not from a place where it's very commonly consumed. People try to get in your head about all these rules about sushi, the sushi etiquette. You know, oh, well, you don't have to use chopsticks to pick up the sushi. You just turn the sushi on its side. You pick it up with your fingers, and then you put it fish side down on your tongue. I'm here to tell you, first off, that's correct. That is the correct way to do it. But secondly, you gotta know your destination, you know, where you're eating. It's the same as like, you know, eating a burger at like a Michelin-starred restaurant versus eating a burger at McDonald's. You know, you're not just gonna cram the thing in its wrapper into your mouth, you know what I mean? If you're at McDonald's, you don't need to put a napkin, you know, in your collar and make sure everything's hunky-dory there. If you're eating, you know, discount sushi, just freaking, I don't care, use a fork to pick it up, dude. Doesn't bother me at all. If you're at an upscale sushi place, you're at like Jiro Dreams of Sushi, absolutely. But you don't get yourself psyched up. Nobody's judging your. The only people judging the way you consume sushi, if you're a sushi novice, are the people that are like, well, I read an article on blogjapan.com, and you're not doing it right. You tell those people to stick it where the sun don't shine, in so many words. Okay, this run is absolutely beautiful so far. We're gonna take a key. We're gonna open this chest. We get the bullet. It fires guns. We're gonna go to the oubliette. Wait, do you need a key to open the cursed chest? I suppose we could just buy the other one, but it just doesn't seem worth it for a blue chest. I'd like to open this. Thank you. It did not cost us a key. We get the explosive decoy, which actually, I believe, allows us to steal from the shop. I'll steal Silver Bullet. I don't remember what it does. Let me go look up what Silver Bullet does. See, I'm in it for entertainment value. No, not Silver Bullet film. No, I'm not trying to buy a Silver Bullet. Gungeon Silver Bullet. Massively increases damage to jammed enemies. And increases damage to bosses by 25%. Yo. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Are you... You're the secret room. Did I even push the thing into the... I don't think I did. Hold on. I gotta be honest, I'm recording this episode. It's like 8:40 p.m. It's not like incredibly late or anything like that, but this is normally when I don't record, but... There we go. My parents are in from out of town. We hung out all day, went to the aquarium. It was great, thanks for asking. Hung out with Kate's parents there a little bit as well. So we had like a full day. Normally you're getting me at my freshest. Right now you're getting me after a day's... Well, you know, I gotta be honest, we played pretty well on that floor and got some pretty good stuff. Maybe I should be saying, you know, you're getting me warmed up for the first time in my entire life. Maybe work on the phrasing for that one a little bit. Now, I didn't want to even mention it because, you know, I don't like to praise and tell. But I mean, you're watching a video made by a saint. An actual good Samaritan. We were walking downtown after, you know, we had dinner with my parents. We were going back to our apartment and, hold on. Just freaking do it, dude. Saw a $20 bill flutter out of a pedestrian's pocket. Now, of course, I don't think my tweet about this. My tweet came across as braggadocious. I did what any decent person would do. I gave the money back to the man where the $20 bill had fallen out of his pocket. You know why? Here's the thing. To be honest, the money has never tempted me. Even, like, you know, financially, we're fine. But, you know, it happened in university once. A dude was using the ATM, and then he left like he just left his money in the ATM. He took his card and his receipt, but like brain farted on the money. Me and my friend just ran him down, and we're like, hey, here's your $100. That's like, I'm not saying I'm a perfect individual. That's way too close to stealing. I mean, it whether or not you consider it actual theft, I don't know. There's probably, legally speaking, maybe there's a thin line. Criminal negligence causing theft? I don't know. But it just doesn't appeal to me. You know, I wouldn't feel good about myself. And plus it's $20. You know, what am I gonna buy? Avocado toast? Anyway. What was really the meat and potatoes of the situation, though, what really put the Canadian... And I don't think it's Canadian to give the money back to him. I think almost anywhere in the world, you'd probably stand a better chance to get that money back than to have it disappear from you. But either way, the most Canadian thing was when I gave him his money back, I had to, like, forcibly interrupt the conversation that he was having with his friend, so I profusely apologized. Like, I went, hey, and then I, like, jogged up to them, and they looked around, like, freaked out, and I was like, sorry, you dropped this, and I handed him $20. Now, did I think that there was possibly And I didn't do it because of this, but did I think that there was maybe a chance that I was on Canada's Next Hot prank show? People, you know, there's that show in the US, they're always doing social experiments, like, hey, what if a kid at a restaurant was playing a video game, you know? What if someone was being a real piece of garbage? Would you do anything? It did cross my mind after I gave him the money that I was like, I might be about to be maybe Canada's favorite son. I don't know. I haven't been contacted by the CBC yet, so I don't really mind the damage there, to be honest. But hey, you know, just say you can say you knew me when before I got outed as the greatest living Samaritan. I don't know. Like, to be honest, this is gonna sound like I'm making this up, but like, you might be like, is there an amount of money you wouldn't, or you would be tempted by? And I don't know, like, for many reasons, I don't know, right? One reason is, it's wrong no matter what. If it's wrong for like $1, it's wrong for, you know, $1 million. I don't know how someone would drop $1 million out of their pocket. You gotta concoct some pretty ridiculous scenarios, so you get the idea. But, you know, there would probably come a point, you know, if somebody dropped like $1 million out of their pocket somehow, I'd be like, hey, buddy, you dropped $900,000 back there. I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm saying the temptation might be there. And the other thing is, if somebody dropped like literally a nickel out of their pocket, and they looked like they weren't desperately in need of that nickel, I probably wouldn't chase them down. I might not even pick it up myself. I know how that sounds, but it's the honest to goodness truth. But the reality of the situation is, if you gave me, oh dude, we need Holy Grail. If you put me on one of those shows, I don't think we need wax wings, but, and you had someone, if the man dropped, you know, 10 $100 bills out of his pocket, I would give all 10 $100 bills back 100% of the time. If the man was sitting next to me at a restaurant and left the establishment to go take a cell phone call outside, the odds of me stealing one of his french fries would probably be like 1 in 4. I don't know what it says about me, and I can't even begin to tease apart the myriad troubling personal dilemmas that this has led me to believe as well. I'm not opening that. Forget it, brother. I'm not opening that. You crazy? 10 times more like, maybe 1,000 times more likely to steal one of these dudes' french fries for sure. Without a doubt. Not even close. So, should we steal? I don't know. Can we steal from you? Okay. Gotta be a little cautious. Obviously, like, we're stealing quite a lot here. I don't really want to open... To be honest, I don't really want to open either of these. I think it's maybe a good floor for us to save some keys, because we're set, but I might be being a little silly. Probably could have afforded a key easily, but I don't know, man. It's the honest to goodness truth. I've never stolen food from a stranger, but there have definitely, in university, look, this is not a great story. I'm surprised. I mean, it doesn't reflect that badly on me as like an immoral human being, but as someone who had like not enough self-respect back then. We would go to like trivia nights at this local bar. The most common food, as it is at every, or most popular food, I should say, as it is at every bar across North America, was nachos. People would like order nachos. They'd have a lot of picky eaters maybe in their group, and they'd be like, you know, oh, we're done. And then they'd leave, and they'd leave a platter of nachos with like a bunch of olives on it, and just like a bunch of, you know, sliced onions. You know me and my boys, we sidle over. Get someone to run lookout. Hey, you go watch the stairs, see if they're coming back. Meanwhile, one of us is shoving a bunch of olives in our mouths. Hey, dude, first off, they're not eating it. Secondly, they're probably gone. We weren't trying to steal anybody's olives. And thirdly, yo, you're not getting olives on a university student budget most of the time. Let me just tell you, you might be in university right now or college, and you're like, I eat olives all the time. Well, you know, Was it like living with a silver spoon in your mouth, or alternatively, being in a part of the world where olives are not expensive? Because that's an optional vegetable. That's not something that makes it onto every grocery list. That's like, I'm trying to impress people, and also I love olives. I don't even buy olives now. I bought literally, I think I bought 1 jar of olives in like the last 8 years. I still have it in the fridge because it's too good to eat. We're way beyond gun forcing. Way beyond gun forcing, dude. Anyway. Yeah, let's use the Jolter for now. Again, when I tweeted, it made it sound like, oh, give me, and this is my fault, but, oh, give me praise for handing somebody $20. If I wanted that, I would have just lied and been like, it was $1,000. Wouldn't have been like, somebody dropped a 20 in front of me. I would have been like, you know, I would have done what everybody else on Twitter does when they're not getting enough attention for the week and made up a story that makes me look way better than giving a dude his 20. I mean, that story does not make me look that much like a saint. You know, the story is, hey, I didn't steal this dude's money. That's not a great story. I mean, it's better than the alternative, I guess, but the joke was that I had to apologize to him for his money falling out of his own pocket because he was wasted. Look, that's another wrinkle. I didn't add that to the start of the story, but I was on Granville Street in Vancouver in the summer. He was very intoxicated. He did say thank you. I mean, I don't do what I do for gratitude, but, you know, it is nice to be recognized, at least. Mostly it's the intrinsic value, just from, you know, being probably one of the best people, but it helps, you know, a little outside gratitude helps. I'm not gonna deny it. You know what? I'm sick of this game's trying to make me make decisions under duress, and I refuse. I refuse to be beholden to the techniques, the Suge Knight holding me off a building by my ankles, trying to get me to sign over the rights to Ice Ice Baby. Yo, so obviously, like, pop this bad boy down right here. Steel Mimic Tooth Necklace. Uh-oh. Y'all. I went a little too far this time. I have a man who is also a skull following me. This is too much. I would go so far as to suggest this was probably not worth it now, but you know what? We're gonna try to make it work. Get out of here! This isn't about you, buddy. He's jammed! What have I done? Okay, like, sometimes, at some point, it just gets, like, a little ridiculous. He doesn't even get hit by the decoy. He's Liam Neeson in Taken. Not today! Okay, he got me. But we live to fight another day. Hey, excuse me, sir. Highly unfair. Why was I so concerned? Of course it's a mimic. Literally the first words out of my mouth. Mimic? Really? Just bought mimic tooth necklace. Please just be dead. This is a little insane. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Dude. I want every run to have a reason for existing. We have now very much got a reason for this run to make it to YouTube. Not every run hits those highs. Some of them exist, I don't want to say as time killers. I don't think that's necessarily fair to anybody here. Alright, so we're not going to get any more shops for the rest of the game, huh? That's how this is going to go? That's fair. I mean, what can I say? It is fair. It's definitely not fair. So what I gotta do is learn how to manage curse. Because obviously, I screwed up. Alternatively, it does seem like it's probably surmountable, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much yet. Why am I using sniper rifle? Because I'm an adult with adult responsibilities, and my family's here, and I got a lot of work to do as well. I'm spending time with them. I'm not saying it's not enjoyable, but, you know, now we got a big freaking ghost following us around. I'm just trying to remove as much mental overhead as I can in order to make it plausible to complete the run. I'm looking over my shoulder for rats at all opportunities. Trying to make sure we don't have to walk through the entire floor. You know, there's a lot on the go right now. So just allow a man to use what might not be the best room clearer, but is a pretty good room clearer so far. You know what? That was a smart move. We do need to save blanks. Especially, actually, we might have screwed ourselves right there. Because I literally... Just remember the famous last words of that was a smart move. But I need to get a blank somehow. Because the shops, probably for the rest of the run, will not have anything. Is my guess. Is this like an It Follows situation? Like, can I just teleport across the whole... Okay, to be fair, it does seem like every time I get hit, there's a blank effect. Maybe from something I hadn't considered. Heck of a palate cleanser, huh? Hello, my friend. How are you? Oh, jeez. He as soon as he saw the ghost, he fled. Okay, I get it now. I get it. So he probably should have bought a blank in there before he ran away. This, you know, is a real learning lesson. Whatever. You hit me. Join the freaking club. I don't know why I keep expecting death to leave after after I finish the room, but that is not the case. That is not the case whatsoever. Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely gonna make things a lot harder. Dude, Potion of Gun Friendship is way more useful than Explosive Decoy right now. It is hard for me to imagine how the heck I'm gonna make it through the freaking rat fight. But I mean, that's kind of just the case right now to begin with when, I don't know, it seems like there's a really realistic chance that the rat is jammed, if he can get jammed. God, I'm good. That didn't help us out too much. Okay, remember we did get a blank back from somewhere. Wasn't really paying attention. It's not like this run requires more focus than any run I've ever done in my entire life. Hey, on top of everything else, we have to do this fight no blanks, but at least we do have Potion of Gun Friendship. And at least the Cannonbalrog is unjammed. Fair. Very fair damage, though I hate to admit it. Okay, 100% focus at all costs. He's free. Honestly, like, if we beat this Gungeon run, I'm not saying we deserve, you know, some kind of medal, but I'm not saying, like... Of course, by the way, it's a mimic, in case you were curious. I am saying that, like, would it be out of the question? Hey man, you're being a real jerk right now, just for the record. I did all that for grenade launcher. Honestly, the Gun Knight Greaves are extremely valuable for me as well. I really appreciate it. I'm not, like, actually as upset as I pretended to be mere moments ago. It's essentially inconceivable right now for us to beat the rat. It's probably inconceivable for us to beat the rat floor. I want you to know I'm trying. Maybe went a little bit overboard with the stealing. You know, this is where I feel like it's not out of the realm of possibility for me to suggest, like, hey, how about the ghost from the Great Beyond leaves me alone and we agree to something like restitution, time served in community service. You think, I mean, that strikes me as more than fair. Does every enemy have to be jammed? None of you are gonna be the peanut butter? You know what they say. Jammed enemies, about to get jelly. What? Still have no idea where the freaking rat is. Sure, why not? Yeah, complete the room without taking damage. I accept your challenge. It's the rat room. Which means the rats have gotta go. He's actually done it? Man, Cervantes? What do you got? It's more HP. The most critical of all the upgrades. You know what we need? Little of this. Okay. Okay. See ya. Good luck, brother. Can't follow me down here. Can he? Alright, so this should be interesting. We'll use the M16, because, I'm not sure if you noticed that M16 is, like, substantially better than any other weapon we have in our arsenal right now. And I'm being 100% honest. This will be where the run either ends, or ends symbolically. We will either win, and hopefully get carried for at least a little bit, or we will quite literally die. One of the two is preordained to occur here. Just be cool. Room 1 already done. Upright. This guy's gonna be a problem. Never mind. Extremely easy. These guys should actually be a problem. Wow, we didn't get hit. No jams, please, by the way. Yeah, I saw it coming a mile away. How, though? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, dude, I forgot Holy Grail's keeping our ammo so good, too. Upright up. No problems. Just keep in mind, any enemy that hits you is going to do way more damage than they otherwise would because of the jamming. This is the last room before the rat fight. There's about a negative 3,000% chance We're gonna have full HP. Only the jammers remain. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It's beneath you. Dude, I don't know. If we have no ghost of death, no specter hanging above our heads, there's a real chance here. Honestly, that guy just gotta go so I don't walk into him. I'm like radio silence, like Tetris style radio silence. Be cool. I like this corner. I hate this corner. Shred him. Okay, dude. No blanks. 3 HP. There's a real chance. I wouldn't necessarily consider it likely, but there's a real chance. More of this, please. Basically cannot get hit by that if we want to have any chance. Hello. Nice to see you've made it to the boss fight. I was worried you'd effed off forever. So this essentially sucks. But using a complicated amalgam of metrics, analytics, advanced statistics, etc., etc., I think we could really have... I'm just messing with you. We're gonna play it by ear, boys. Ah! Okay, you know what? Everybody gets one, brother. All we need is one more potion of gun friendship. We actually got him. Now, all I hope for is that this guy's not going to show up in the punch-out fight, because he's going to be way tougher to dodge. Face me. I'm not in the mood to mess around right now. Go ahead. Do anything. You don't scare me anymore. Let me counter you, please. Thank you. Do it again. Coward. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Send them. 2 keys. Looking for cheese attack to counter, please. Beautiful. Not on my watch. What's next? Not on my watch. One more. Wait for one more. Easy money. Oops. Where are we going, brother? Oh, we had him in the loop. Probably the greatest punch-out player on planet Earth. Is that a 5-key setup? Honestly, that thing scared the crap out of me. Are you, like, what are you doing right now? Whatever you're doing, could you just, like, actually stop it? So here's my game plan, okay? Forget the advanced Dragon. That's not what my life's about right now. In my opinion. Instead, if you would be so kind as to open, I mean, obviously, every single one of these. Yeah, don't worry about it. Potion of Gun Friendship, we're going to hook you up, because we're getting this. Hello. And forget the advanced Dragon, because I'm going straight to the 5th floor. And if you think this is unfair, I think you're being a little unfair, to be honest with you, because I have the Spectre of Death chasing me, and I just beat the rat. So if that presents a problem for you, well, there's the door, brother, because this is the hardest run anybody's ever done in Gungeon's history. Also, every enemy for the whole run, apparently, is jammed, so just keep that in mind. Yes, we did get silver bullets, but that it still was not an intentional synergy. I'm not saying the run is really that hard. It isn't easy. But it's more just anxiety inducing. You know, with the sheer amount of stuff happening at any given time that wants us to be killed. I don't even know if this is... To be honest with you, we should probably use the M16 for, like, literally everything. Because every time we get hit, we have Holy Grail to back us up. Obviously, Shadow Bullets, Omega Bullets. Oh, and then... Is it only when we... No, it's not only when we go to the shop, for sure, that it shows up, but... I mean, the Emmentaler is also very good, but again, every time we get hit, we get half of the ammo in all guns back. We have to be a fool not to use our best available weapon at all times. Here's the, you know, you want some irony? I was gonna say a fool or an idiot. And then I was about to follow that up with, I'm not sure what's worse. Do you get the joke? They're both the same thing. Fool and an idiot, more or less. Pretty much taxonomically identical. But if nothing else, not that anybody disbelieved this to begin with, but it really goes to show you how freaking good beating the rat and getting a lot of keys is, I guess. Taking a lot of damage on this room, though. Basically makes it plausible to fight, to win a run where every enemy is jammed forever, apparently. And the Spectre of Death follows you around at all times. Much like it does in real life, but we just merely distract ourselves from that fact. You know what I mean? Oh, what is it, a little too cerebral for you? I came here to watch, not to feel. Well, buckle up, sweetheart. We just got friggin' started. Here we go. Okay, so what do you need out there? Obviously, like Potion of Gun Friendship. It's the Jam Dragon, by the way, in case that was ever in question. Then you get your cheese ready. You don't have to pop it right away. Like for right now, I feel very comfortable. Now I'll pop it. Still have blanks. Still giving it all. I saw the line there. You're not going to believe me. You're going to be like, wow, NL got really lucky there. Didn't get lucky. Saw the line. Was I lucky to see the line? Well, that's a more cerebral question. I don't have the capabilities to answer for you, okay? You gotta answer that one for yourself. Get out of here! Oh, you with the freaking backdoor shot. You think that makes you a big man? Send me. I'm done. Get me a game that can beat me, okay? Because this one's too easy. Who needs a freaking Daisuke run? Or does that just go to show you how difficult Daisuke really is? Plus, on top of this, we're finishing the run with the dang 777. 7 keys, 77 casings, the luckiest numbers on planet Earth. Glunk. Probably the most surprising win of my Gungeon life. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'll see radio, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!